you joined by anyone else? Is it?
They're coming.
Okay.
So there's Ryan.
Okay, thank you very much. That was special. Thank you for performing in such a different way. So we've had a load of questions submitted in advance. I'm going to run through a few of those, get a feel for it, and then after that, who knows where we're going to go. We've got some people from the audience asking some questions too. But I'll start with the thing that's been talked about the most in these questions. We've got questions from Kingston, from Tess, from Steph, from Amy, all about Glastonbury. Specific. Was anyone there? From the pyramid stage to the Pryzm stage. Excellent. So, how was it? How was it playing with Elton? When did that happen? How was your own set? All of these questions we want to hear about Glastonbury from your perspective.
Let's start with how it was playing with Elton. Small affair. You know, just the pyramid stage, you know. So, here's what's hilarious. So the week before, Ryan was like, wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Go anywhere, do I do anything? This is the biggest show you will ever do in your life. You will never sing for this many people. And I was like, no pressure. No pressure.
I'm right though.
And he was very right. And it's still really a blur. To be honest, I thought it was kind of like a practical joke, like maybe I was dreaming and it wasn't gonna happen. Even like the day of, I was like, they're gonna pull me. I'm gonna come up and they're gonna say, no, we're not gonna use you this time. It's still really a blur, to be honest. I'm really honored and grateful that I got to do it.
But he's been championing you for some time. John, is that right?
Yeah. Since the beginning, really. I was working a full-time job, working for a sunglasses brand called Glitter. And I was working full-time, so it was like my life wasn't real. So I was like, hey guys, I'm coming in for late work. I have to do an interview with Elton John on Zoom. And they were like, you have to do what? And then they just kind of let me go with it. I don't think anybody believed me until it was like on Instagram, and they were like, oh. But yeah.
I'd accept that as an excuse if anyone said it to me. You couldn't make that up, could you? So this might sound a daft question, but what was your favourite gig to play? It sounds like we might have just heard about it. Was that one right up there in Glastonbury? Any other gigs that stand out so far? Apart from tonight, obviously.
Glastonbury is just really special. It's just nothing like it in the world. Just the energy there, and there's so much love just everywhere you go. It's not competitive. It's not like all Hollywood and like they treat everybody the same. And there's just nothing like it for me.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, when we told us when we played Glastonbury, I can't remember exactly how many gigs we've done, but I think it was about 120, literally. They said to us we were playing Glastonbury, we're going to be on the park stage at 2 o'clock, might not be that many people there, because obviously it's the first Glastonbury after COVID, so that Friday night was going to be royal, everyone would be knackered from the night before, and there was just thousands of people there. It was great the next afternoon. I mean, when they told me we were playing Glastonbury, and they were saying, you know, maybe after the slot would have been 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I was like, I'll head in our box. I know we're killing up in the toilet. I was dreaming, you know, I completely with that. I think kind of Glastonbury is just something that really is at the heartbeat of what the band is. It really makes me just personally proud to be English to be out of Glastonbury.
And as much as we could keep talking about, let's talk about the gigs in the future. What's the future touring plans and what can we expect from the full show?
What can we expect from the full show?
We have one on Friday actually, so I mean we're just constantly we're changing stuff as of this morning, so we'll always have something fresh up our sleeve.
Yeah. So. Is this for Friday you're asking about?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can still get tickets for Friday, so maybe future.
Fridays, you
You
know.
gotta get through Friday.
Yeah, obviously, I've got to get through tomorrow. So it's kind of like that. We're just sort of getting through one at a time, but we do have something pretty special planned for Friday if anybody is coming. And yeah, we're kind of working on different facets of everything. So.
Excellent. So we're here in celebration of Angels and Queens. There it is. I hope you've all got it. How does it feel? And you see it in real life. How does it feel to have this record finally with us?
It's pretty surreal. Like, we're gonna have an album out.
We were just talking about it upstairs actually when we were signing them, you know? And I was like reading they give you sign upstairs and you get the comments through and it was just kind of surreal. It was a little bit of a blur. I'm just reading people like I'm writing gold marker or I don't know if anybody's a Sunderland fan, but I talked to them. I was writing somebody asked for FTM. Somebody asked for FTM on the line, and I'm writing FTM on the gold marker. It's kind of a bit of a moment, actually. It's insane. But even the song we did earlier today, If You Only Knew, I couldn't believe how many people were just writing, can you just write the lyrics of the chorus of If You Only Knew? And it's, for those of you who know what the song's about and stuff, it is a bit nuts, because the three of us have taught personally really the traumas and things we've all been through in our lives, and the lyrics of the songs. And when you're sort of reading what those lines of the choruses or whatever they're doing for other people, I mean, I was kind of really caught up on it upstairs because people were just writing the most insane things about what that song was doing for them. And yeah, so that's what it was like.
And related, Emily asked, what were the inspirations behind it? What were you listening to up in the run up to it and recording?
A lot of different things, I think, because it is pretty much like a culmination of 6 years of us knowing each other and writing together. Like the last song on the album, it was like one of the more recent ones we finished, but it was also like we started that one probably 6 or 7 years ago now in Ryan's house in the desert. So it's I guess there was a lot of different stuff from like soul to electronic stuff to everything all between the three of us. So it's a wide net between.
Oh, it's a wide net.
Yeah.
It's wild. Whitney. That's my guys.
So we're going to take it to the public, the crowd, you guys, in a little bit. But before, we've got some questions which they're not specifically for Jacob, but I think some are. But feel free to answer otherwise if you choose. Whose was the idea behind the pink suit at Glasgow? What is your favourite outfit you've worn? Where can I buy your clothing? And what fashion advice would you give to your younger self?
Wow. So funny story, I went to see Elton John at Dodger Stadium, and it was in LA, and we got to go backstage, and his stylist was there, and she was like over like Armani and like Vogue. She was like a really big deal. And I was like, I would love it if you would style me one day. And she was like, sure, darling, sure. I'm like, that ain't never gonna happen. And honestly, it probably wasn't. And then, then the Glastonbury thing happened, and I got to work with her, and it was kind of crazy that can happen. I will say this: it's really important that you're mindful of the words that you speak. Like your words have so much power. Like whether you believe or not, or you're atheist, whatever it is, whatever you speak has power. So it's like to think that I said I wanted to work with you and actually work with her. So that's where the pink suit came from. She wanted it to be orange, and I was like, girl, I'm not about to be no pumpkin out here. I am too big to be in an orange suit. But I can do pink. I can do flamingo. All right? But not pumpkin. That's where the pink came from. And then Glastonbury, this year I wore a kilt. That might be one of my favorites. My last name is Lusk, and I had a teacher. She was Scottish. She worked in the office, Shout out to Starling. And she said that she had a neighbor who was a Lusk, but they were kind of like snobby and quite posh, and she wasn't a very big fan of this family. But she said they had a kilt, so I always wanted this Lusk kilt. So my tartan, it's not the Lusk, it's not the actual Lusk tartan because I'm not really Scottish, but it was just like it. So I make most of my clothes, so just FYI. So like I have a lady in North Carolina. I send her what I want. I mail the fabric to her, and she makes it because I'm a big guy. And any advice, okay, I'm talking. The last thing is just be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. Luckily for me, I'm in a group of 2 guys who will hold me to the fire if I'm not myself. Like they will punch me in the stomach and be like, shut the fuck up, be yourself. I was nervous when we were looking at working deals because when I had COVID, I gained 50 pounds. I was kind of like scared. And they're like, they didn't want to sign you, fuck them, mate. Like, he was going to beat him up. So, it's just, luckily for me, I have that. And so that's just my encouragement. Wherever you are, don't be afraid to be yourself and be different.
Excellent. I think one more from me is submitted in advance because I don't know how you're going to answer it. You played with Harry Styles, right? Harry Styles? Played with Harry Styles, Celeste, and Elton John. Who is the best dressed?
Me.
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
Okay, quickly move on, quickly. Okay, let's get the radio mic out. Tom is in the crowd somewhere, and
Hello, I'm in the crowd. And my first question is just over here.
where's here? We can't see the picture.
Oh.
Hey girl.
Hi.
We were centre front at West Holts at Glastonbury watching you lot. And you baptised us into the Church of Gabriels. Tonight we're at church and I'm still waiting for communion. So can I presume that we're getting invited backstage for drinks? And also big up Sunderland.
Okay, yeah. Yes. There's a Corona with your name on. Cheers.
The questions can't all be, can I come backstage? Okay? It's not that big back there.
Right, so the next question over here.
Where have you been all my life? No, seriously, how did you meet? Because you seem quite an unlikely pairing. We've got a northerner, 2 Americans, but you made an amazing threesome.
Well, I think Ari is single. I'm kind of single as well. Feel free to slide your DMs. I don't know if he is. But anyway, that answers your first question. And then,
What's how we met? We met working on a film together. We were all just doing a bunch of odd jobs, kind of, and we became friends. We went to Jacob's church. Me and Ryan went to Jacob's church, and
they stalked me.
busted out and we just started recording, and then we started hanging out together, and over years we got to know each other very slowly, making music that was little sketches of ideas, things like that, and then as time went on we got tighter and got a thing, and then I don't know, I guess as COVID came we started just being like, let's start putting it out and stuff like that. I don't know. It was a slow, really organic process. We never had a plan to become a band or anything like that. So
Especially
it's
at
really,
our age.
it's really like an intersection of our 3 tastes, what comes out the other end. So.
Well, stars aligned, it's very amazing.
Alright, I'm going to do the crowd. Is anyone around me got any more questions? Yes, I see one over there.
You have a fantastic sound, and everything like this is the 3rd time I've seen you, once at Glastonbury. But do you have a kind of vision of where it's going to go? I've seen a few bands, like for example the GoTown project, that came together, slightly older people, not as kind of kids that kind of got together and making a rock and roll sound, but as people who kind of came with a fantastic sound and then found it hard to break away from that. Do you have a kind of vision of where you can take the Gabriel sound over the next few years?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we've been working on a lot of even new stuff, and it's just constantly evolving. It's like, we are looking for things to surprise us and just random new things. If you even go through the album, it's just, there's really things you wouldn't expect from us. So I think we're just pushing a little more in that direction without getting too specific.
I also say we have very different tastes, but those tastes kind of unify, and we are always looking to get better, and we're not afraid to try new things. So I don't think we'll ever run out of like ideas, because there's nothing that there's nothing that like I want to do and they go no. There's nothing that Ari says he wants to try and I go absolutely not. There's nothing right. So there's always in it, because there's 3 people, it makes our lives much easier.
The other side of it as well is the sound is the second thing that comes out of it. The first thing that comes out of it is that I'm speaking for myself. I like who I am by doing this with these 2 people. It makes me a better person, engaging and trying to understand things. And so it's kind of honestly like a form of therapy. It really is. It's something where you might think you know this is the right way to do something. You might think that you know how somebody's feeling or someone's thinking. And I never cease to be surprised that I get that wrong a lot, And then you learn. And then the music happens after that, being honest. Because the key to creativity for me is trust. How are you gonna put your heart on your sleeve? How are you gonna tell somebody about something if you don't trust them? And we've kind of built trust with each other for a long time now, and the songs come after that. So it's something that if I want to continue liking who I am, I should try to stay in this band.
What a wonderful answer. Right, well, next question goes back to you as well. Here you go.
Superfan Karen, please sing The Way We Were like we did the last time I saw you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Casual ask, Karen,
So when is asked for us to do The Way We Were? Yeah. Do you want to do it too? We gotta find a viola. I don't know if it's even still hooked up. Is his viola still hooked up?
You look like you know.
Okay. Alright, we'll just do a little bit of it.
We simply choose to some seriously good answers to questions. Very good. Okay, we've got about 5 minutes left. I don't know where Tom is.
I'm up here.
Where's it up? Oh! Is that by the sound desk?
Near the sound desk. You're around here has a question. Someone over there?
There we are, by the stairs to our right.
Can't see it. Where are you?
Just by the stairs to our right.
I wanted to ask you who your musical heroes are.
Musical heroes, David Bowie.
David Bowie, Prince,
Maybe.
Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, the gospel singer CeCe Winans.
Aphex Twin.
Believe it or not, Adele. Yeah.
Madlib.
And to answer the other lady's question, it comes from a street in Sunderland. Brian grew up on St. Gabriels-Angels.
Yeah. My dad still lives there. Number 25 in New York. If you want your age, you know.
Okay, I think we've got time for 2 more questions.
Look, I'm just on the other side of the sound desk there. Anyone around here has a question? Yep.
So, as you become more popular and more famous, what do you fear the most?
Kind of losing ground for me, for sure. I mean, they keep me pretty level. I think we keep each other pretty level. But just, I don't want to get so famous that I'm not happy anymore. That I can't like go to my grandma's house and eat chicken and like or whatever. And just, and also I don't want to forget why I'm doing it. I think, like, I don't do this for me. I get gratification out of it, it's great, but I do this hoping to, like, as a service more than, it's not about me just like getting rich and being famous, like that's stupid. There's so many other things I could do to get rich. But I really want to touch people, and I don't ever want to stop doing that. And I'm really religious, sorry for those who aren't. I don't want to like lose the love in my heart. Like, I just think that's so big. And I don't want to lose my friends. That was already pretty good.
This is the thing, it's like we get to this point, this is the funny thing with three of us, you get to this point, it's like you roll one day, you know, you kind of been through so much different things and stuff, and I think kind of everything. I honestly don't think if we hadn't known each other for as long as we had before we did the record, we wouldn't be there right now. We wouldn't have got through it. I think it's quite tough being artists coming into this industry by themselves, if I'm brutally honest. And I think the three of us, I'll speak for myself, feel very fortunate to be doing it with 2 other people in the same way. But in terms of what do I fear about being famous, I fear that I was around about 13 years old when the internet was invented. And yes, our messenger certainly saw comments from me at the time when they shouldn't have been. So I'm just hoping that's kind of dead and buried really. I think that's my biggest worry about being famous. Is like, I can say anything here? So, yeah, that's mine.
And it's been they've got an incredibly busy schedule. We were talking beforehand with Ryan, no days off. It's intense, so thank you very much for spending all your time with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Of course, sorry. I just really want to give you guys a big thank you. I know that for some people, I'm not gonna fucking cry either. Shit. I know it's just like, oh, you just bought an album or you just bought a ticket or whatever, but like the music, it was a lot more than that. The music industry is really, really hard right now. It's harder than it's ever been for artists. Like there are artists, friends of ours who have way more Instagram followers than us who can't get this many people to show up to a barbecue for free. And so I just want to say thank you so much for coming, for supporting us. Like the UK, kind of like, I'm moving here by the way, but I'm moving here. But the UK just grabbed us and said, we're gonna love on you, and it's been the most beautiful thing ever.